If the story you're writing features magic, then you'll want to stick around. Because there are 4 mistakes to avoid when creating a magic system so that your story is compelling and stands out. And we're going to dive into those mistakes today. Let's get started! Hey guys, Nour here and welcome back to my channel. For those visiting for the first time, hello! I'm the fantasy author of the novel Divinity Falling. Be sure to subscribe for awesome writing advice videos that will help you take your story to the next level. So the story I'm working on has some magic, which is why I've been thinking about all the things I should and shouldn't do as I build this magic system. And in my research and self-analysis, I've realized there are 4 mistakes writers often make. So I'm going to hop right into them. Mistake number 1. The magic isn't original. A lot of times, when new writers want to create a magic system, they turn to popular books for inspiration. While this is fine, inspiration shouldn't mean copying another magic system. For example, don't create magical elements that are too similar to Harry Potter or the Immortal Instruments. You'll want to put your own unique touch to the magic system you're creating. Otherwise, your story's going to feel like fanfiction more than a unique story that stands out. Of course, if you are writing fanfiction, then keep doing what you're doing. This doesn't apply to you. But for those writing their own original stories, think outside the box. Mistake number 2. The magic doesn't trigger internal conflict. If the magic isn't internally affecting the characters using it, then your story is missing out. When characters in your story use magic, there should be a subtle conflict going on inside their heads. For example, maybe using magic causes them to go mad over time, and that makes them unsure whether using it is worth the trouble. Or maybe a character gains really powerful magic, but if they use it to gain what they want, it'll cost them their loved ones. And so there's this internal conflict of wanting to use the magic, but knowing that it could also be bad. Creating a magic system that triggers internal conflict in your character is a great way to add depth to your story. Without this internal conflict, you just have characters using magic without any stakes, and that's pretty boring. Which leads me to the next mistake you should avoid when creating a magic system. Mistake number 3. The magic lacks significance. This is where the magic doesn't have any meaning or clear purpose in the story. Characters simply use the magic when it's most convenient to them, and they always win. For instance, a character gets in trouble, and then they randomly gain a magical ability that gets them out of trouble. This is lazy writing. It's clear that you wrote that specific magical ability so that your character doesn't get hurt. It's too easy. If your characters are always discovering new magical abilities whenever they face obstacles, then there really are no obstacles. There's no need to worry about them. In fact, there's no need to read the story because we already know they're going to win. So stop and ask yourself, why is this magic important to the story? What are its rules and limitations? When can characters use it? And when is it of no help to them? When you write a magic system, you should consider its role in the story world. And mistake number 4, the magic doesn't have consequences. Again, this is where your characters use magic anytime they like and always win. There are never any consequences to their actions. Not to them and not to the world around them. But you don't want to do that. That's boring. Magic should have consequences. Otherwise, there's no conflict or tension. So consider the effects of the magic. What's at stake each time a character uses it? So that's all I have for you today. I'd love to know, what's your favorite magic system? Let me know in the comments. For me, I'm not sure if I have a specific favorite, but I do love how magic is used in the Shadowhunters universe. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I put out writing advice videos every other Wednesday that will help you take your story to the next level. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media to see what I'm up to from day to day and to chat with me. And before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne, Alan J. Early, and Noah Kovanti from my shout outs here over on Patreon, as well as all my amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And remember, Nour for president!